the Auburn Tigers. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Tigers' return team didn't help matters out much with that one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred. Because it's a rivalry game, they keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
That's a really nice job running the option at the QB position. He reminds me of the great Heisman winner Cam Newton, who completely changed the trajectory of the Auburn Tiger football program. When he transferred in, came to the Plains, it was just like they were shot out of a cannon offensively after that. His athleticism changed the game. Not just in Auburn, I think maybe even in the SEC. This guy has some unique ability.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to scramble. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
This offense has a second down play. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw. They'll run the screen. At the 45, on his way. He'll work his way down to the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Gator! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. all throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Gators offense will get the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. To throw, it's Peppers. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Slings it downfield. Complete to the left. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play.
And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gator! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Shoots it to the left. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Getting some heat. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Offense set on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. On first down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got it down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He's open on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls fall incomplete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football. They have no problem repeating.
And he takes it to the house. getting set for the point after.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's got great speed. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. On the ground with the counter. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Power ahead. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd and goal for this offense. Here we go. Trying to slam in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the offense on first down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Hands it off. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Gators are on the move. He's looking to throw. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Trying to pound it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Takes the handoff. It's Brooks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Slips through the line, and the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. A first down for the offense. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gator!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches and David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On the run, it's Brooks. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been... The way you draw things up, David, the offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll go to the ground. Gives him a little shake, and he's got some room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Movement here from the tight end. To the ground with the back. Nice move there.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Fair catch called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Cole.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They'll run it. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out quickly. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Quick release on the RPO.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Might be looking to run. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It is perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. One final play before the end of the quarter. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Knight. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now the play fake. They're trying to get to him. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Auburn.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the point after is good. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Across the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Hold it, offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W?
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with his possession. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Handoff to the lone back. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on third down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continuing to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
Well, I've seen this kicker make kicks from 50-plus, so I don't think he got all of that, but at the end of the day, who cares? Field goal is good.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
To the air, it's Cantrell. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and so